Hello everyone, Volcanic here, back with another review. I just wanted to show a bunch of the small vehicles that are not really worth doing individual reviews on. I was just gonna pan through them, and I had a couple people ask me about this Sarlacc pit here, so I'm gonna do I'll give you a full review on that one. And I was gonna show a couple of these. These are stuff that I've been pulling out. All these boxes have some sort of damaging to them. I showed these two in the or anything. I already told I was gonna open them up, but all this stuff we're gonna open these up. I'm thinking about opening these up on Christmas Day. So this might be my Christmas special, is to open up all these. Plus I have a whole bunch of just carded figures that have warps and dents in them, so I'm going to open all those up too and get ready for my display room. So I wanted to give you guys a little update on that. But yeah, here's a bunch of small vehicles. I have a lot more, I just couldn't fit them. This is as much as I could squeeze in here. So, but I thought I'd give a quick look at these. That I've had since I was a kid. That I've had since I was a kid. That I've had since I was a kid. And that was pretty much some of the older ones I've had. I can dig some more out though, but here's a Sarlacc pit. It came from the, I believe it was a Legacy collection, and it was at Target only. And it came with the skiff and the Sarlacc monster. Sarlacc monster's pretty cool. He, you can open his mouth. He does have a tongue in there. He's got all the spikes. I will say one thing. This is pretty much a standard skiff. I don't know if you've seen it. Both sides can flap down. It has a door. Works with this little hinge here. Pulls it out and then it drops the figure down right here. And then, I forget what this one does. Yeah, there's a switch here to fling people off. And that also knocks these down. And you got, and this one here is for the landing gear. Push it forward. And that shuts the landing gear. Pretty, very, very, very close to the vintage one. Very, very similar. And there's another one I've seen with this that has the figures, and it does not come with the Sarlacc monster. But I grabbed this one when I saw this one. But I'll have to admit, this here is what the monster really is. And you can push him in and out. Oops, he can pop right out of there. You can just have a hole if you want. But as you see right here, and then right here, very odd. Let me get it back up here. See the spacing? From there to there is all that holds him, supposed to hold him in right here. And it is impossible. He doesn't stay. So you gotta like prop something underneath this to try to get it to stay in. I should try it. Oops, sorry. Really, really, really hard to do with one hand. See if I can't. Get that out of there. So you can only go in one way too. By lining that one up, it isn't the right one. I gotta do it this way. Right there. And You would think, you know, being off so much, that this would be really, really tight when it slips in, but it's actually just as loose for going through all this effort. It's like you pop one end out, the other end wants to come out. I mean, I'm sure they vary. See, once I get them in on this side, it lifts that side up. So it's almost best to, so when you get that one in, it's almost best to just try to balance it just like that, right on top. I mean, it's a real pain in the butt to get that thing to stay in there nice and secure. It won't. At least mine won't. I'm sure these moldings, by looking at this plastic, how rough it is, I'm sure everybody's will be a little bit different. So you might get one that is nice and snug, but unfortunately I did not. Tentacles and stuff do come out too. I asked Santa for a tripod, so maybe I'll get one. This one-handed camera is like really hard. I don't know how some of you guys do it. Here's the monster when he's unplugged, and he just basically it's in two pieces, and that holds, by squeezing them in that plastic, is pretty much what holds them together. But there's only one, you know what I mean? It's not like we got another one to choose from. This is the only Sarlacc monster they made. And I pulled like 80, I think it was like 6 or 8. There's a Spawn figure that has these on his back, and I yanked them off so I could add extra little longer you know, posable claws in there if I want. But that is that. It's definitely pretty cool. If you're a fan of the scene, then it's a must-have, you know. A quick look at that's the vintage speeder. That's the other Cardi Power the Forest one. I don't have that cool one. There's one land speeder, I forget what model it is, whether it's a Legacy or Sega or whatever. It's really, really nice, long front end. I gotta still get that one. Naboo Fighter. My Naboo Fighter also has the cockpit in it. You had to buy the little teeny Anakin figure to get the freaking cockpit for it. It's like, come on, you know, the ship should come with a steering wheel. You shouldn't have to buy an individual figure for it. Hellfire droid. That's an old one. That's from Shadows of the Empire. That's Dash Rendar's ship. I don't know if this one some people might not have seen. Hellfire droid who loves to missiles to fall out all over the place. But this was a neat concept. The ship can actually pull out, and the cockpit can twist around, so it's almost the concept of Millennium Falcon cross between the B-Wing. You know, it's pretty wild. I always liked this ship, and it was cool in the video game too. And I like the Dash Rendar figure. I don't think he's too bad. He was one of the actually good-looking Shadow of the Empire figure. Well, what else we got here? This one, I don't recommend this one too much. I've honestly, this has just been up for display. I'd never really used it. I've showed a couple people what it does, and that's that it crushes. But you do this like 10 times or so. I forget how to pop it back out now. There we go. You do that like 10 times and look, the paint starts cracking and crumbling. And the paint is really weird on this too, because it's such a flimsy plastic. Such a, you know what I mean? It's such a flimsy plastic. It's not the elasticy paint that they used. It's like acrylic. Just comes right off. It's a shame. But it's kind of a cool idea. We got Grievous's Bane ship here. I love Bane ship. It's got a nice slick look to it. These can move up and down thrusters. It's got the firing missiles. And it's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty much all I'm gonna cover in this one. I just wanted to show some of this stuff before I got it bagged it up and do it. I got another couple piles I'll probably do for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe and have a great day, man.